Hey, Treasure Fan Joe Pal, Big D back here again with another week news announcement. And this is for August 11th, 2020, which would be today. Those of you new to my channel, all I have to do is put this video out once a week where I talk about it's coming out a new Blu-ray, DVD, and 4K this week, next week, anything that was majorly announced. And then I usually show you what I picked up last week, which wasn't really anything. And then from there, any other thing I want to talk about, I guess. This week, I can tell you this, there's not a whole lot coming out this week or next week. It's kind of a hit and miss. I mean, there's a couple really good titles, but not like a massive amount like there used to be. And I also, so with that being said, it's going to go really quickly. So I do want to discuss Disney at the very end of this video. I have some thoughts on some recent things Disney's been doing, and I kind of want to share them with you. So, but let's first talk about what's coming out this week. So this week we do have a couple titles coming out. We do have today MVD's releasing Split Second, the movie, which I ordered from Amazon. I got it yesterday. So here it is. This actually comes out today. If you've never seen this movie before, this movie is amazing. I love how MVD does their like their covers and stuff like that. It's just, there's some cool stuff. Look at all the special features in the back, man. There's a ton of special features. So this does come out today. If you like Wreck-It Ralph, if you like science fiction, this is kind of a toss between like Aliens and Blade Runner. So definitely, if you get a chance, check it out. So that comes out today. Also, Eureka, the complete series, comes out today from Mill Creek. MVD is also releasing two other titles, Mikey and a 2-pack, Blood Fight and Ironheart. Casper is coming out in a steelbook by Best Buy exclusive today. That's the Christina Ricci one from 1990s. And then Black Sail Season 7 comes out today. Now, next week we have a few other titles coming out. We have Gamera, the complete collection. I kind of like to get that. We do have Flash Gordon and Pitch Black both coming out in 4K next week. Flash Gordon's also got a special edition steelbook coming out next week, but Pitch Black and these are Arrow titles, so this ought to be, I think they're heroes. This ought to be really interesting to see how these go. But Pitch Black and 4K should be amazing. I'm really excited about it. Flash Gordon's gonna be pretty sweet too, but Pitch Black, gosh, I have a funny feeling it's gonna be one of the better ones that looks out that's gonna look out there in 4K, because it just, there's a lot of black level, there's a lot of like washed out colors, so it's gonna look really, at least I feel it's gonna look really neat. And then we also have a new DC movie coming out next week called Deathstroke. I can't, something in the Dragons. I can't read my writing, so I apologize. But there's a Deathstroke movie coming out next week, which I'm hoping is a steelbook at, I haven't looked that up yet, though. I believe there's going to be a steelbook. There usually is at Target, but we'll see. And then the last thing coming out next week is we've got Batwoman Season 1 coming out next week. With that being said, what was announced, because the stuff just came out on the 18th, next Tuesday, so what was announced this week is Eli Roth History of Horror Season 1 is coming out. If you've never seen that, it's a really good like documentary series that goes along and discusses the history of horror. And they get a bunch of horror directors and a bunch of people who have been in horror movies that discuss them and why certain movies were influential. It's really, really good. I really liked it. They just announced the Season 2 for it. So if you get a chance, I really want to get that. And that comes out on the 6th of October, kind of. That makes sense. And then also, Shout Factory, Scream Factory released a couple, it talked about a couple of movies coming out. A movie called Relic. Now, it's not the Relic with Tom Sizemore. It's a different Relic. It's a newer version, I guess. But also Twins. Shout Factory releasing Twins. The Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito classic is actually coming out in a special edition from Shout Select. I'm extremely excited. It's one of the Schwarzenegger movies I really want on Blu-ray finally coming out. So that's good news. We also have, let's see here, 300 is coming out in 4K. I do believe there's going to be a steelbook for that as well, but 300 in 4K should look amazing. I'm actually looking forward to that. Also, Resident Evil is coming out in a 4K box set with all the Resident Evil movies in a box set. Aren't they already available? I think they're already available in 4K, but this is going to be a box set with all of them in. That comes at the 3rd. The Relic and Twins comes at the 17th of November. 300 4K comes at the 6th of October. And the last one that they announced, and this is the one I thought was pretty cool, although I'm really kind of sick because about 6 months ago, I got the German release of this movie because I just wanted to get it on Blu-ray. But that is, Kino Lorber is releasing Deep Star 6 onto Blu-ray on the 13th of October, a special edition. Okay, this movie came out the same time as Leviathan did back in the 90s. They were doing right around the Abyss. It was right around the time where they're doing a lot of underwater movies. And Deep Star 6 is probably the cheesier of the three, but I really like it. It has Greg Evigan in it from My Two Dads. I really liked it. I thought it's a cool flick. These guys are down there. Very similar to Leviathan. Very, very similar. They're down there doing their research, stuff like that. They find a cave. They go in there. There's a creature that comes out, and the creature runs amok. Miguel Ferrer is in this movie. Rest in peace. He's really good in this movie. It's a really good, fun cheesy creature flick. It's really well done. Actually, a lot of it's really well. It's surprising for being in the time span it was filmed, but it's actually really good. Like I said, I did get the German release of this a while ago, but I will definitely pick up this one because there's a lot more features on that than I was on the German disc that I got. But I'm really excited about that. I think it's going to be completely awesome to see D-Star 6. I can't wait. So with that being said, what I usually do now is I talk about what I picked up last week, and it wasn't really any new releases I got last week. No, I didn't get anything last week. I mean, I got a couple movies. I did pick up a few movies last week. We're going to show it to you in a pickups video that'll be later this week. But new release-wise, there wasn't really anything yeah. All right. So with that being said, the last thing I want to talk to you guys today about is Disney. So Disney over the last couple weeks has made a couple major announcements. One, they're going to be releasing Mulan to Disney Plus, and the second one involves 4K. So I'm going to deal with the Mulan first, then discuss the 4K. So what Disney's doing with Mulan is they're going to release it on their streaming service, Disney Plus, at the end of this month. It's not going to be able to, even if you're a subscriber, you're not going to be able to get it right away. You're going to have to pay an additional $29.95 to be able to have access to that movie. So on top of your already fee you're paying every month, you got to pay an additional $30 to have access to the movie. Now, once you pay that $30, you're going to own that movie. You're going to own that movie so long as you keep Disney Plus. You'll be able to stream that movie as much as you want. Now, if you drop Disney Plus at any point, you will lose that digital copy of it. But this is Disney's foray into trying to release stuff ahead of time. And personally, I think this is a flippin' joke. You're already paying a bunch of money for their streaming service. Now, I have no problem. I'd pay $10, $15, I guess, to be able to watch a first-run movie on there and coinciding with the amount of money I'm already paying for Disney Plus. $10 to $15 one time, okay, but $30? Are you kidding me? It's a digital copy. You don't even get a physical copy of this movie. $30, and if you drop the Disney Plus for whatever reason, let's say you have a bad month, you don't have access to it. So you're actually buying something you can actually lose. So to me, this is a joke. I don't agree with it whatsoever. I think this is just unbelievable by Disney. It's a money grab by Disney. I guess they're a little too upset because their locations aren't doing well right now. Oh, bummer there. But I think this is ridiculous. I mean, they released Scoob. You could get that for $20. That was a brand new. It was supposed to go to theaters. It came out. There's been a couple of movies that are the same thing. They released it. They put them up for $20. And if you paid, I know with Scoob, I paid $5 more, so $24.95. But I have that movie, and it's sitting there not only on my Vudu account, but it's also sitting in my Movies Anywhere account, and it's actually in my Apple account as well. So I have that digital copy of 3 different things. So if Movies Anywhere goes away or something like that, I still have that digital copy. Even if I drop, which I don't know why I drop Movies Everywhere, but let's say I drop to Amazon or something like that, I'd still have a copy of that thing. But if I drop Disney Plus for whatever reason, I lose that $30 I paid for that movie. Now, and that's not to say that eventually Mulan will probably be up there in streaming service. That's the other problem, too, is eventually Mulan will be on the streaming service for free, eventually down the road. So it's kind of like, well, what do you want to do? You know, right now we're clamoring from Hollywood to give us some new content because we're all stuck at home and the theaters aren't open. So we want new content. They have a bunch of content that's done. There's movies that think about the movies that are supposed to come out this year that haven't come out. From Quiet Place to Wonder Woman oh gosh, the Christopher Nolan movie. I got just mind blanked on that one. Tenet. You know, from Black Widow to all, there's a ton of movies that did not come out. They're holding off on putting them out. And they can't do that. Then there's the flip side. There's Universal. I think it's Universal. It's MGM who's throwing out Bill and Ted's 3rd movie at the end of this month on video on demand for $20. And that's a major picture, too, that a lot of people want to see, especially from my generation who loves Bill and Ted. So it doesn't make any sense that Warner Brothers and all these other companies, they can put these out video on demand, $20, you get to watch it. I'm fine with that. But the only way you can get the Mulan is they have to have the Disney Plus, number 1, and then number 2, pay an additional $30 on top of whatever you're paying for the fee right now. It's a money grab thing. It's a joke. I think that Disney's just, gosh, I can't... I'm at loss of words for this. I think it's really ridiculous. I think it's at a time when a lot of people don't have a lot of money. A lot of people are struggling. They're squeezing as much as they can out of people. So that's my thought on that. I think it's a joke. Number 2, Disney came out and announced last week that they're no longer going to be putting any of their catalog titles onto 4K. So from now on, all they're going to do is release their Star Wars movies, Marvel movies, any current Disney flicks that are in theaters, the live action or anime ones that come to theaters will be put into 4K. Otherwise, all their catalog stuff, now this includes, it looks like so far it includes all the stuff for 20th Century Fox too. They're not going to be working on catalog titles at all anymore. They're focusing all on Disney Plus. You'll be able to find all this stuff on Disney Plus. They're not focusing on 4K at all. It's all about Disney Plus. which to me, again, is a joke. First off, hey, how many more Star Wars movies are coming out? They put them all on 4K already. So it's just the new stuff coming out? Okay, fine. Then Marvel stuff? Okay, and then some of the newer live-action stuff. Whoop-de-doo, there's so much in the catalog. Not to mention, let's look at Fox, for crying out loud. I mean, I guess we're lucky we got a few of them, like, Predator and Alien already, but I guess we'll never see Aliens. We'll probably never see, at least we got Die Hard, but there's a bunch of catalog titles from Fox that would love to see in 4K. The Abyss. How about we just get True Lies on a friggin' Blu-ray, for crying out loud? And they're not going to put this stuff out anymore. So all these movies, Speed, I think Speed would agree, a great 4K. All these movies now, they probably will not be put out on 4K because Disney doesn't want to back 4K media. All they want, they're going to do 4K. It'll be on their streaming service. But we're not going to be able to get physical copies of it. So again, it's just another cash grab. They're just trying to do this stuff, try to force everybody over to the Disney Plus. It's like, great. I am really not happy with it. These decisions really make me upset. There was several catalog titles from both Disney. I'm thinking about some of the classic Disney movies and stuff like that I'd love to see in a 4K format that we probably will never see now. And it's it's a shame. I'm only hoping. Now, this doesn't lock everything out. Now, there is a possibility they have opened up to the possibility that they would let companies like Shout Factory or Arrow or Criterion come in and maybe grab some of those older titles and maybe make 4Ks out of them. So we can cross our fingers for that. But, I mean, those companies can only get the licensing and the issues to go through to get those movies to do all that stuff takes a long time. And because it's Disney, and Disney's well known not to be easy to work with in the first place, who's to say whether they're going to want to jump on that or not? So I'm really bummed about that. I love 4K. I'm a big adopter of 4K. I probably have a couple hundred 4K discs at this point, I'm sure. But I really love 4K. I like the way it looks. I like the presentation it gives. And it's really bummed me out that Disney just kind of just dumping on it. And that's typical Disney. They try to control everything by making the industry follow them. So I guess this is just another grab by Disney. But don't get me wrong. There's things about Disney I really do enjoy, really do like. But I think a lot of the company in general has really gone the wrong way from the way it was originally envisioned. But that's my opinion. But that is it. Leave me some comments down below. What's your thoughts on this stuff? Let me know what you think. Do you think these are good ideas? Do you think these are bad ideas? And also, any of these movies are coming out. Let me know your thoughts on them too. Also, this week I'll be putting up a video. I did get my Kino Lorber sale finally in, and I did get a Hamilton book order in. So I'll be showing you that. And then also I'll be doing a review this week from Bobby, who sent me Enter Nowhere. I'm going to be watching this week and be doing a review on this as well. So be on the lookout for that. I want to thank everybody for watching. I truly appreciate it. Please take care out there and be safe. Always keep hunting because you're never going to find. And as always, live long and prosper. Bye.